those of you who are staying, here's Ryan.
I have a question.
You ready? How do you shake something like what happened tonight?
Well, there's really no choice. I mean, we either shake it or we let it latch on to us and keep us down and, you know, end up getting beat the next 4 weeks. So we got some tough opponents coming up. So, I mean, like Coach Fedora said, the world didn't end. I mean, you know, we still woke up the next day, unfortunately with a loss, but something that we can learn from and hopefully improve on as the weeks, you know, come, and that's what we have to do to finish the season how we want to finish the season. It's still really early. I mean, we played 3 games, so to accomplish what we want to accomplish, we have to put it past us.
Are some guys lacking confidence right now, do you think? I mean, can you look at your teammates and see that maybe a little lack of confidence or not?
I don't think so. I mean, I know I'm not lacking confidence. I know it's just a matter of time. You know, we struggled on Saturday in a lot of aspects of the game, in all 3 phases really. And, you know, that's going to happen. You know, unfortunately, you're not going to play your best game every time you step out there. And ECU was hitting. So, but I wouldn't say lacking confidence is the right word. I feel, you know, some guys may be down and a little upset, but this is when you find out, you know, what you're made of. I mean, last year we were 1-5. You know, 2-1 is a whole lot better than 1-5. So we've got that experience to draw on, and you know, guys, you know, it doesn't have to be seniors that can step up. It can be some sophomores, some juniors that went through what we went through last year. So I think guys are just a little disappointed, but nothing we can't handle.
What do you guys, as a player, what do you expect to see this week in practice from the coaches? Is it a mix of, you know, a little bit of loving and a lot of kicking the butt? How do you think the practice will go this week?
I don't really expect it to go any different. I mean, we have great practices. I mean, the energy is always there, the enthusiasm's there, and you know, we practice the same every week. Now they may tweak a couple things and how they approach it, but for the most part, I feel like the practice is going to be the same. It's just a matter of, are we going to continue to come out there with a good attitude each day to get better and focus on the opponents that we have coming up.
Ryan, you know, 24, 36 hours later after the game and everything, was it as bad as it seemed to be, or not as bad, or worse when you got together yesterday and watched film? What was it like? Yeah, anytime you watch film, it's never as good as you think it is, and it's never as bad as you think it is. You know, from an offensive standpoint, we were so close to putting up, you know, some really good numbers, and we still did, but we had some MAs and some stuff that we needed to correct as a unit. But I didn't think it was as bad as the score showed. Regardless of how you want to look at it, they put up 70 points and however many yards of offense, so that's always going to look bad to the outsiders. But you know, we know as a group what we're capable of. We know as a group, you know, how close we are to really being not only a good offense, but a good overall team. So, and the best thing about it is we haven't played up to our full potential yet. We haven't played a full game. We've put a quarter together, we've put some drives together, but we haven't put the whole thing together. So that's really encouraging, knowing that we can do that with some good opponents coming up.
I'm not asking you to point the finger at the defense or anything like that, but how frustrating is it as an offensive guy to know that the defense isn't getting stops, and unless you guys score pretty much every time, you're going to have a tough time winning a game?
It's frustrating, definitely, and I think the most frustrating part for me is you can't do anything about it. And I know those guys, I think the most frustrating thing about it is those guys work so hard. You know, B-Walk, Dez, every one of those guys put a tremendous amount of effort in the past 2 weeks to really have a good game and to really, you know, prepare well for those guys. So to see that not happen was the most frustrating part for me, and I can only imagine it on their end. But when you're over there on the sidelines, all you can do really is just try to be an encouragement to them and keep their heads up. But it's definitely frustrating when something bad is happening to your team and you can't do nothing about it.
Does it add to the frustration that you guys had an extra week to prepare as well? Or is that at this point?
To be honest, I don't think that really has an effect. I just think that, you know, 2 weeks a week, we just didn't put it together, and you know, however you want to look at it, we're going to be frustrated.
Coach said he's going to learn a lot about the team, about everybody in the program this week, and how you guys respond. From your vantage point, without the coaches being around, how do you think your teammates are responding so far? You just being around the guys, is it still a wound licking phase, or are you guys breaking out of that now?
Yeah, I think we're starting to get out of that edge. I mean, you know, the day off today was nice. A lot of guys got to get in for treatment. A lot of guys got to sleep and clear their heads a little bit. Anytime, and as a competitor, you hate losing. I hate losing more than anybody. So today's been nice for me. It's been a really gorgeous day outside, so I've just kind of been able to step away from football and just clear my head. So I think a lot of the guys feel that way, and come tomorrow, you know, we got an early workout in the morning, and our juices will be able to get flowing for Clemson. So I think today's been really, really good for us. We've just been able to step back and kind of get away from football a little bit.
You go from one hostile environment to another, so you not only have a second consecutive talented team, but you have an environment that's, you know, one of the best or worst, depending how you look at it, in college football. How does that happen?
It's awesome. I mean, I enjoy playing road games more than I do home games. I mean, in all honesty, I like the road atmosphere. I like going into a place where they don't like us. I mean, ECU was great. The crowd did a great job. Fans were yelling at us, throwing stuff at us when we got there. I mean, it just my excitement was just through the roof. So I know going into Death Valley in a night game is going to be unbelievable. And like I said, as a competitor, you want nothing less. I mean, we want to come into Keenan every day or every game with a sold-out crowd. So going on the road with however many they seat in a night atmosphere, it's going to be great. And I think, you know, I'm glad we're going on the road after this ECU loss. I'm glad we get to experience another road game, and it'll be another good test for us. But we enjoy it. We're not really looking at it as a bad thing.
You're facing a defense that really frustrated for large stretches Florida State. Obviously, they didn't have their best player, but this is a defense full of athletes, and you're going to have to obviously work for everything you get.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I was watching film last night with Mitch. You know, we're roommates, so we were watching film on his iPad, and they're very athletic, and they do a great job with what they do. They play a lot of man, and as a receiver, you gotta like it. I mean, anytime you get man coverage, that's you against another man, and you get to show what you're made of. So it's going to be a test for us, no doubt. They got a great front seven. I mean, they do a great job getting to the quarterback and putting pressure on the offense. So we saw what they did to Florida State and kind of ruffled them up a little bit. But like I said, it's going to be another great challenge. And the best thing about it is we get another chance to prove ourselves. We get another chance to come back from what happened last week and make a statement, you know, on Saturday.
For as easy as you made it look the last 5 games of last year, it looks like you're a little frustrated that you haven't taken one back on special teams yet. Is that just a matter of the lanes not being there, or being spoiled to the sense that after last year you almost expect to get one per game now?
It's just a matter of time. Got great schemes in every week. You know, some teams are doing some things to kind of tweak what we do, whether it's kick it into the boundary, whether it's get more height on the punt, but you know, nobody's done really anything that should stop us from returning one. And I've been a little frustrated, yeah, but just got to be patient. I said at the beginning of the year, good things come to those who wait and, you know, stick it out, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to come in, keep working, and know that eventually one's going to hit. And when one does, then that's when they just keep coming.
You've had 3 non-conference games, and now the real season starts with a conference game here. How excited about you getting this conference season started here?
Real excited. Anytime you get a conference game, it's a great feeling, especially going, you know, opening up on the road against a great opponent and against a team I've yet to play here at Carolina, and a stadium I've yet to play in. So real excited for that. Real excited for the opportunity to get a win in the ACC column. So it's gonna be great. The week of preparation is gonna be fun. I don't like flying, so the airplane is gonna be a problem for me. But other than that, everything else it's gonna be a great experience.
All right.